Let's replace the battery on this Honda Civic. This is going to work for the years between 2016 and 2021. All right, so what are you going to need? You're going to need a 10 millimeter. Now I have mine on a drill. You can have yours on a socket ratchet, or you can even use a wrench, but the easiest way is going to be to have it on a drill like I have here. You're also going to need a brand new battery. The best way to get the correct battery is to go to any local auto parts store or your local Honda dealership and give them your VIN number. All right, so we're going to be focused on 4 points right here, the negative terminal, and the positive terminal. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get this little black cap off. So grab your 10 millimeter and we're going to loosen that up. And once you have it loose, just remove it with your hands. If it's giving you some trouble, just give it a little wiggle like this, and it should pop right off. All right, we'll put that to the side, and now we're going to loosen up those 2 bolts on the bracket. So loosen up this one, and loosen up the second one. And if you notice, I'm not taking those bolts all the way off. I'm just loosening them. You don't want to take them all the way off because you could lose them, and it'll just make things more complicated. So this bracket is connected in these little holes down here. Might be hard to see, but you'll be able to see them in person. So go ahead and remove them from the holes. Remove that one and then this one. And once they're out of the holes, this thing will lift right up. So we'll put that to the side. And now we're ready to loosen our negative and positive terminal. So we're going to go ahead and loosen and take off our negative terminal first. So loosen the negative side, and then we can loosen the positive side. So loosen that positive terminal. And once again, same thing. I'm not taking those bolts all the way off. I'm just loosening. So take your negative terminal off first. This is important for safety reasons. So take the negative terminal off. Go ahead and put it to the side to where it's not going to touch. Then you can take your positive terminal off. Give it a little wiggle if it's giving you trouble. And put that off to the side as well. Make sure that that's not touching your negative terminal. And now you're ready to take the battery out. But first, there's a little cover. So we're going to remove that cover. This thing can be a little bit of a pain, so just work with it, wiggle it, and it'll come out. So once you get that cover out, just put that to the side. And now you're ready to remove your battery. You're probably going to need 2 hands for this because they can be pretty heavy. But go ahead and get it out of there. Put that off to the side. Okay, now we're ready to put our new battery in. So grab your new battery and we're going to put it in the same way that it came out. Once again, you'll probably need 2 hands for this. All right, I'm going to put it in there just like it came out, with the positive side to the left and the negative side on the right. So if you notice, the positive has the red cap and the plus sign. The negative has the minus sign and the black cap. Be very sure to have this on the right side. So we're going to remove these safety caps. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put that little cover back on. And this can be a pain to get it back on because there's just, stuff like wires and stuff in the way. So I'm going to put the camera down for a second and just get this thing down there. All right, so I've got that cover back on. And now we are ready to put our positive and negative terminal back on. So we're going to put our positive terminal on first. So make sure that that plus matches up with the plus. So put the positive terminal on first. This is important for safety reasons. You don't want to put your negative terminal back on first. Always put the positive on first. All right, so we got the positive and the negative terminal on there. And now we're going to tighten those bolts back up. So tighten the positive side and tighten the negative side. We don't need to over tighten these. Once they stop moving, they're tight. Give them a wiggle. Make sure that there's no play. And that's how you know that they're tight and they're good to go. All right, close that up. And now we're ready to put our bracket back on. So go ahead and grab that bracket and put it back in the same way it came out. So the longer side is going to be to the back of the battery and the shorter side is going to be into the front. So put it right back like that. And now we're going to put them back in those holes. So those holes that we had to take them out of, find those holes again and put the little bracket sticks back in them. So once you have them in the holes, you're going to lift up and tighten each bolt at the same time. I'm going to put the phone down and do this. All right, so I've got both sides tightened. That bracket's on there good. Make sure it's not loose. And you are going to be good to go. We put that little black cap on, and now we're going to get inside and start the car. All right, so let's see if the car starts. It started right up. We are good to go, but you're going to notice now all these lights are on your dashboard. This is a very simple fix, so don't freak out, but this will most likely happen when you replace your battery. Not only the lights are on the dashboard, but your radio is probably not going to be working, and it's going to have some message like this: anti-theft system. All you have to do is click and hold the power button, which we're going to do right now, and it's going to bring you to some type of screen like this, which all you have to do is wait for it to reset. And while we wait for it to reset, we're going to drive the vehicle to get those lights off. So all you have to do to get all these lights off is drive the vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and drive it. You're most likely going to have to get up to about 20 miles per hour. Sometimes it can reset a little bit earlier than that, and sometimes you may even have to get up to 30 or 40 miles per hour. But we're going to take it for a spin, and all these lights should go right off. All right, driving it around. I think I'm at about 10 miles per hour now. We're getting back up to 15 at 20. And there they went. All the lights went off. So right when we hit 20 miles per hour, all the lights went off. You are good to go. And if you look back at that radio now, I think our radio is good to go now too. So that's it, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe.